So what are you looking at up there, Farmer John?
We've got bagworms.
All right, getting a good close-up of them.
Yep, just so that way people can see how many are on here.
Yeah, we're not even really able to show the full extent of this infestation.
Yeah, these are not Christmas tree ornaments. They're definitely not acorns.
Yeah, they're definitely not pine cones either.
Pine cones, acorns.
Hey guys, good morning. Today I want to talk to you about bagworms. Now, for some of you who are new to landscaping or the gardening world, you may not understand what a bagworm is. Now, I'm going to tell you, 25 years ago when I first planted our very first living fence of arborvitaes, these bagworms appeared. And I thought they were some sort of little pine cone that it was thrown off. I had no idea until my experienced neighbor friend said, "Oh no, they're not pine cones, they're bagworms, and they will devour your evergreens. You need to pluck them off, and you really can't spray them, you can't destroy them, you have to put them in a plastic bag or you have to burn them." Well, I was in shock and horror that my trees were infested with what I thought was little pine cones. Now we're going to turn you around and we're going to show you our neighbor's tree. Now, how is this affecting us? It's right on the fence line. These bagworms don't just hang from the trees. They are actual worms. They're almost like a hermit crab, if you can imagine that. They have their little front legs out. They wrap themselves in dead leaves and debris, and they hang like a pine cone, and then they move around whatever they're hanging from, and they come down, they'll climb across the fence. Back all those years ago when I was telling you when we were trying to throw them away, we didn't know. We didn't put them in the plastic bag. We just threw them in the trash can. And to my horror, I opened the trash can lid and there were the bagworms hanging from the lid, and they were actually like little aliens out of their little cocoons. And I was like traumatized by this insect. Anyway, this tree, this spruce tree behind me, it's a beautiful fat Albert blue spruce, is actually, I correct myself, it's some kind of a Colorado spruce. Now, this tree is what? 15, 17 feet up high. The bagworms are all the way up at the top. How are we going to reach them, and why should we have to? We shouldn't have to. We informed the neighbor, your tree is infested with bagworms and it's devouring it, and they're now coming in and infesting our yard. We have beautiful evergreen trees around us, okay? This tree behind me in my other neighbor's yard, that tree is, oh, I don't know, 40 feet tall. If a tree like that gets infested with bagworms, the tree is over, okay? So I'm going to give you a closer look at these bagworms. We're going to show you how we take them off and why you need to take this seriously. I'm going to talk to you about this while Farmer John's getting closer to them and we're pulling them off. So here we go. You guys, I don't know if you can see all these little dangly, hopefully you can in this light if you focus in. They look like little pine cones hanging. Now, you may not know as a homeowner what you're dealing with here, but you have to pull them off. There's no spray. I mean, you can try neem oil and that will deter them from spread. We realized that when we found a few on some Casino Gold junipers that we had last year, and the neem oil did seem to totally deter them, but it was a small infestation. This is a huge infestation. And do I want this neighbor spraying neem oil all over the tree in my organic garden? No, I do not. So we're going to have to pull some of these off that we can, but this tree is probably going to die from this bagworm infestation. Now, what I want to try to capture for you, if you can, is that you'll notice when you find them on the tree hanging down that they're wiggling, okay? They're wiggling because they're moving around on their little sacks. That one's not really wiggling right now. I'm trying to see. Last night, oh, it was like wiggle, 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 okay? It was like they were doing some kind of a dance out here. So the first thing that we're going to do is make sure that we keep anything that's over our property line trimmed back, so that we can try to keep this infestation out of our yard. And then we're going to get in and we're going to grab what's facing us and try to keep them at bay from this side. This is terrible. So Farmer John's off getting the ladder because these guys are just all over the place. And as we trim what's hanging over our yard, these bagworms are going to drop into our yard and they will just crawl right back up again. See it moving? Getting ready to be on the roll again, on the run, so they can reattach to other things. They are just like a menace to the garden. So if you're seeing these hanging from your evergreen trees, and you know what, it's not even just evergreen trees. We've had them get into our brambles. They'll get into anything where they can just wrap debris around themselves, and they're really hard to recognize. So this is a problem that you want to pay attention to. First thing that we're going to do is clip off anything that's hanging over our property line, because we asked the neighbor to take care of it and they just can't get to that right now. So the first thing that we're going to do is get rid of anything that's hanging over so we can reach some of the bagworms, like this one up here that's just dangling like a Christmas ornament. You see that one up there, Farmer John?
I see it. There's a bunch of them here.
Yeah. So this is why we're not randomly just dropping these branches as we prune them off. You see this little bagworm here? This is a little guy, but it will get bigger and bigger as it continues to wrap itself. So the last thing we want to do is disperse the bagworms through the garden as we trim this tree. You can see Farmer John just ripped it off, which is what you have to do. And right in the tip there where it's attached to the branch is the worm. And you can't see it. And it's probably better that you don't, because it is really like an alien. All right, we're gonna put this in a plastic bag. All right, so our fence is 6 feet high, so Farmer John had to get the big ladder out, so you can see he's just plucking them off. Look at the size of that one. That's disgusting. Imagine that little thing there is enough to eat an entire tree. Okay.
And that's what it's coating itself in, guys. It's coating itself in your tree. Those needles die back, and it just is in its cocoon.
There you go.
You got to make sure that you smash it. So what I'm going to do is just take my thumb, smash it down.
Ew.
Just like that.
Ladies, there's somebody, and I'm sure some squeamish guys too. Maybe you can smash it after it's in the bag, or maybe you can just put it in the bag.
That's fine, you could do it that way.
What's more important is that you just get it off of your tree or any tree that's hanging over onto your property. So are you able to reach those ornaments up there?
Yep.
The lovely gifts from the earth?
Yep.
So anyway, you guys, we'll try to insert some stock footage as we go here, if we can, of what a bagworm moth looks like. The bagworm moth comes and just deposits little eggs, and those little eggs become the little bagworms. And it's really hard to identify the bagworm moth, and you probably won't even realize it's there, but you'll now pay attention after seeing this as to what you're looking at with bagworms hanging. You have to hand pick them off, you guys. You could get up with a lopper or whatever, but if you see them falling on the ground, you have to pick them up, and like I said, because they will continue climbing. And this is a job that we just shouldn't have to do, but we're going to do it. We're taking liberties. We're going to, we have to trim the tree. But you have to pull these bagworms off. Putting them in the bag, and then the bag is going to go either into the trash. Some people burn it, but it has to at least go into a plastic bag. And after you put it inside of the plastic bag, you got to tighten that, tie it into a tight knot. Look
I'll
at them
double
all
bag
already.
it, guys.
We'll double bag it, yep. Because they will climb out. They will climb out. So Farmer John found a branch that we're removing, because you can see there's the bagworm, and it's alive, and it totally exfoliated that branch. If you look at that, see, there's no needles on it anymore, there's nothing. So it ate them in order to not only make its cocoon, but they devour them so they can get bigger. So eventually your whole entire tree is going to be exfoliated.
Here's a little
like
one
that,
right
and
here.
there's a baby.
And that will take this whole branch and just make it the same as this guy here.
Yep. And that one's not even truly big yet. He's totally alive. So that's an example of what's going to happen if you don't get the bagworms off of your trees. This has been 2 minutes of Farmer John up there. Look at the size. Look at what's in the bag. And I mean, this is just off of a couple branches. This was just what we could reach. All right, guys. So you see this? This is just a few of these disgusting little creatures. Now, the first thing that you need to do to manage bagworm damage is inspect your trees. You need to understand your evergreens if you want to have them live forever. It seems like spruce trees and arborvitaes are most susceptible. After you identify, if hopefully you don't identify this, but if you have these bagworms hanging from your trees, you need to pluck them off by hand. Get them into a plastic bag, and at a minimum seal the plastic bag, double it, give it a squeeze or a stomp with your foot. and make sure your bag's not torn when it goes into the trash. Neem oil, like I said, does help, but when it's on a big scale, like a big evergreen tree, you risk burning it.
It is oil. Neem oil is
oil.
Once that sun hits, guess what happens to oil? It gets hot.
It heats up. So anyway, you guys, bagworms, take them seriously. Again, we're going to try to post some stock footage of the bagworm moth and some more close-ups of this bagworm infestation as we go out. So first thing, like I said, go out and inspect your trees, hand pluck them off. You have to dispose of them properly. If you have any questions, please post them below. We get back to everybody. It's bagworm season, you guys. Thanks for watching.